Yo, it's Lord here, and this is going to be a bit more of an unfiltered video. So, if you guys didn't know, you may never actually think it, but yes, my voice is deep, but I am actually just 14 years old. But I shouldn't say just, okay? That's pretty old. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I've managed to actually make some type of money while actually being at school. Because, yeah, I have school. I'm just like every one of you guys watching. And I have a pretty similar life to all of you guys. Like, I need to study. Well, I started studying, actually never did tuition or anything. And I never really studied. And I'd still get like 80, but, um, like, yeah, I'm really similar. I still do out of school activities, I do some swimming and, all that stuff, yeah. But, to start off with, let's talk about my first ever time I actually made some money. So, yes, many of you guys may know I made this one video. It was on Pokemon cards, actually. And I was talking about how I bought this collection and blah blah. But yeah, that was my first ever time making money. There was this $1 Pokemon card. I think it was a Lugia EX over here. Yep, it was this exact card right here. And I remember selling that card for $1. My grandpa, I was telling him, look, grandpa, I traded for all these great Pokemon cards. And because I've always been a businessman. I've always been like an entrepreneur type person. Like, I started with a couple of fake cards that my cousin gave me and traded those for real cards, and then managed to get, like, I don't know, over 15 EX cards, which are basically like shiny-ish cards. I thought they're pretty cool. But yeah, I sold that for $1. And that basically started my whole like hustle type vibe. Then actually I did go to France. So, my parents, they went on a huge trip, and I back then thought a couple $100 was a lot of money. But the thing is, after you start making a couple hundred, you realize it's not that much. Then you start making a couple thousand, you realize, wait, you could be making 10,000. Then you realize, oh, maybe 10,000 isn't enough. But yeah, I actually bought this Supreme hoodie. I think it was at the Supreme store. It was a chest striped hoodie. So it was one of those hoodies which would just sit in the store. It was literally like a retail item. So nothing really special about it. But I did know that in Australia, because there's no Supreme store, that there would be a higher premium for it. So I paid around 200, and I gave it to a consignment place. I think it's called Secret Sneaker Store, and I gave it to them. They sold it for $500 for me. So I basically paid 200 and 300 and gave back my dad 200. And overall, that was a good experience. I mean, experience is really knowledge, guys. eBay business has sort of grown. I actually sell cards. I think I've sold a couple cards over $500, and I think I make around maybe 2,000-ish dollars a month. I mean, I could show you guys right now. The thing is, a lot of this is revenue and not just profit, but that is one of the things I started in around November of 2020. And I think I actually did decently well. I'm not gonna lie. If I look in the last year, or if you look last year, I did $10,000 in sales, 338 items. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of it. I think I actually started with only $500. So in total, if you look at the sales, I actually had around a net worth of 10,000. It's pretty crazy from Pokemon cards. And this year already, I am at 4,400. So I'm like on track to maybe making 20,000 in sales. But my real goal is probably 50,000. Yeah, I think business is something I truly enjoy. So, I always think that investing in stocks and stuff, getting your parents to invest for you. I thought that was how you make money, yeah? Like they'd always say, the books always said, invest your money, that's how you're gonna make money. But that's bull, bro. You can't listen to that because you need money to make money from investing. I mean, look, I can invest in Tesla, yeah? But most kids or most teenagers, they're only gonna have a couple hundred, maybe a couple $1,000. You can buy a stock of Tesla. You're only gonna make $85 in a year, okay? If it's 10% return, is it really worth it? I'd say no. With that money, you could be making your own business. I mean, at school, actually, I've started selling candy, and I can make around $20 a day. And some days it's $10, some days it's $5, but 20, if you average that to 10 and I go around 200 days, that's still $2,000, okay? 2,000. That is decent. I do have $2,000 invested. And there's this parent-child investing thing that I do where basically your parent invests money and then you get to own the stocks when you turn 18. But I basically do all the decision making and it's in my dad's name, and yeah, I have made some money from that. But I don't see a point in selling, there's all those broker fees and everything like that. But yeah, now when I do earn money from YouTube, I don't think I'm gonna actually spend it on actually like investing or something that's gonna be long term. Like, I think it's important to actually just go for it. I mean, right now, yes, I'm not making a lot of money, but I think just even before starting a business, you need to have a good mental health, because your brain is the thing that does all the work. And without a strong brain, how are you gonna even be able to do the work? How are you gonna be productive? So yeah, sometimes you gotta step back for a bit. I've definitely done decent for my YouTube. I've made $7,000 if you are curious, and in the past year, it is 4,200, and yeah, 2021 is 4,300. So it's been consistent, hasn't really grown, which is sort of disappointing in a way. But school gets in the way, eBay. I think overall, since I do two things at once, it actually can be a bit tough. Chances are maybe if I focused on only one of them, that one thing I focus on could be 3 times as big. So that may be the case, and I think that could be. So that's why, I think it's important to maybe make content on more on what I'm doing, because yeah, I do less Roblox trading now, but I guess it is important. So I actually don't exactly know what my net worth is, but I do know it is good, okay? I wouldn't say it's actually high in like a long retrospect of people, but for my age, I would say it is actually, in a decent area. I mean, even my Roblox Limited, it is still a form of entrepreneurship in a way. So, like, you guys gotta actually, like, I actually really do believe that anyone can hustle, okay? You can always hustle. You don't even need to have a computer. You can still find a pen on the road and trade it to somebody. I'd say this value is probably, if I sold that and got $3 for every 100K, that would be around $7,000, which is pretty great. Australian, by the way. Australian dollars, by the way. And then I do have $1,000. I do have $1,000 saved up, along with around 20,000 of Pokemon. Guys, I have spent a lot of my own money on these cards. Like, I do have a gaming PC, which I did pay fully for, and that would put me at a total of around 30,000. The thing is, I don't have many expenses these days because I'm not paying for much. And that's the great thing about if you're young and you can do this. I mean, that's the great thing about it. You don't have much to lose. I mean, people who are 25 living in their own house, they're spending their money, and they have a bit of fear, right? Because if they spend it and they don't actually make a return, they may not be able to pay next month's rent. But many of the people watching right now, you guys can do this. I mean, I could have $1,000. I could spend it on a business. Even if I lose it, I really have all I need to live, which is a piece of shelter, some food, and some clothes, and some education. That is all. That is all like you actually need. A lot of my audience is in those more modernized countries with higher economies, like America, Australia, United Kingdom. So I mean, a lot of you guys are privileged, and some of you guys may not have that same type of resources, but don't stop being ambitious, guys. I think I'd work 12 hours working for myself instead of 6 hours working for someone else, because man, I am just not that type. But truly, yeah, I've been doing a lot of Pokemon business, and my plan is to actually make some courses, and I do think that passive income is a really great way. I was watching Ali Abdal and he was showing me, you know, he's made $2 million last year. And a lot of it, you put a lot of time into it once. For example, to create an ebook, okay? You put in a lot of time to make it once, but then afterwards it pays off over time. I mean, I'd say the average income here is around 70,000-ish. And yeah, at first it seems like a lot, but if you're an entrepreneur, you need to make $200 a day, yeah? But if that's passive income, if you can make it, you need to learn how to make money when you sleep. Boom. You need to be making $8 an hour, and you will make 70K. I mean, you could do the same thing with 20K. It's just, there is ways. There is ways. And I'm not going to come here and that's not what it's about. But the thing is, guys, don't stop. I mean, here, $54, you literally need to make $2 an hour. $2. The power of the internet is crazy. There's so many websites, which, there's these things called referrals, right? Where if someone uses your link, you get a percentage of the income, or for example, you get a certain payment. I mean, for example, Skillshare gives you $10 every time someone signs up using your referral. For example, Skillshare gives you $2 every time someone signs up using your referral link. And think about it, guys. $2 an hour. Who knows? But that's like just the average you need. If you can make $50 a day, if you can do that is still respectable for this, young age. And especially when you're older, you have so much more like potential. Because a lot of things you need to be over 18 to actually start. So, right now I'm just dealing with what I can do. I mean, I can sell Pokemon cards in person. I can invest in my dad's name. I can make YouTube videos. I mean, that's completely fine. But a lot of other things, they need a lot of, ID and all that, blah blah. And it can be tough, but at least do what you can. Around 2 years ago, I actually didn't have much. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have any Pokemon cards. I didn't have any value. But I think once you start doing it, you get in this mindset of like, it's like an entrepreneur mindset where you don't see things as impossible. But that mindset, I wouldn't say you can instantly get it. You need to take some time to find some success. And I guess the usual way it goes is people first need to get inspired. Yeah, people first get inspired, and then they get motivated, and then they take action. But one thing I've realized is you can't wait to be inspired or motivated, because that's just gonna come by chance. You can't fully control your emotions. But one thing I've always seen happen constantly is that once you take the action, you will get motivated, and then you start feeling inspired. I mean, this is with anything, okay? Even with your studies, for example, if you had a maths test, you can't wait to fail and then be motivated. Maybe you could take the action, see that result, then be motivated and be inspired to do more. And yeah, that quote was from that book which I was reading. It was a good ebook. But yeah, overall, I've been just trying to, I've been on a bit of a self-improvement type thing. But yeah, I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this video. This is a really weird video. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I know what I'm saying. I do know, but I also don't know at the same time. But yeah, it's first my unfiltered special video, and I hope you guys have a nice day.